Morning, first grade artists. So in honor of Earth Day, I told you we were going to be doing a art project, and it's not a hard art project. It's super easy. But like I said, when I was reading you Wesleyandia, a really good idea is to make lots of these and pass them out to neighbors, pass them out to hospitals and nurses that are working, grandparents and family members that you can't see right now. They're happy pictures, and they're in honor of Earth Day, and our Earth that we are taking care of and protecting right now. So today I have Teddy here with me.
Hi.
And he has been working on his own art since we've been in shelter in place. He's been working on this picture for about a week, maybe 2 weeks. So he keeps it at our kitchen table and he works on it bit by bit. And it kind of reminds me of our peace signs that we did back in January. He has some really intricate black and white details, and then he fills it in with markers. So this is sort of our inspiration for today. Ours is not going to be this tricky because this has taken him weeks and weeks and weeks. And you can see he still has a lot of white space that I'm sure he's planning on doing something with. So what we are going to do today is start with a piece of paper, and you probably want a Sharpie or a black marker. It doesn't make a difference. Like anything, you can pause this. You can do it in crayons. You can do it with pencils. It's totally up to you. But you know what our Earth looks like. I'm using our Me on the Map book again. And our Earth is a big, giant sphere. It's not a circle. It's actually the shape of a ball. And it looks like this. And we're not going to try to draw the land perfectly. Instead, what we are going to do is we're going to draw a big, giant heart in the middle of our paper. So you can see this one I already did. I'm going to teach you how to do a different kind today. And then Teddy's going to be doing this with us right here. And our dog Raven is right here too, trying to eat our markers and our paper. So you'll hear us talking to her too probably. So the first thing you want to do, I'm actually going to use a poster marker. I'm not even going to use a Sharpie, and you know how I love my Sharpies. Teddy is using a watercolor marker that he likes to use on his art. And so he's using a clipboard, and I'm going to use the easel. So the first thing I want you to do is draw a heart. And, you know, Teddy, right before we were starting, said, I'm just really not good at drawing hearts. So you might want to pause this until you get the heart that you want. And you're going to draw a heart right in the middle. So let's see, this is what mine's going to look like.
That's so good.
Well, 40 years of practicing. So there's my heart. So go ahead and draw your heart now. And again, you can pause me if you mess up, if you're not getting it right, it's okay. No artists do everything right the first time. Raven.
Raven, move. No, stop, no.
Raven really wants to help us do our art project today.
Can I do a different piece of paper now?
No, just do it on that one. It's fine. Hi. You're being kind of a pain. Awesome. Okay. So the next step is, you can see on this one over here, I did lines. Well, if you want to do those fancy lines, then you need to find, where did it go?
Oh, it's back there. Here.
You need a ruler. Okay, and what I did for the ruler lines is I actually placed my ruler right in the middle of my paper, and I drew a black line on one side and a black line on the other side. If you think you might need help with this part, a grown-up would be a great person to ask, or an older brother or sister, and they'll help you draw those lines. Not all of us have rulers at home though. So if you don't have a ruler at home, I was going to teach you the squiggles, because squiggles are just as easy and make for just as pretty of a background. Oh, I'm sorry, we forgot to draw our land and our heart. So we need to make it look like the earth. So we're going to draw some continents. We don't need to make it look exactly like our earth,
Just kind of.
but we need to draw some islands, some big pieces of land. So watch, I'm just going to draw One big one over here, we can pretend that that's North America, maybe. One down here, we can pretend maybe that's South America, sure. Then I'm going to draw another one over here. Maybe this is Europe and down into Africa. And that can look however you want. The important part about your earth, though, is you've got to get your land and your water right. So we want to make it sure it looks like it's land and water.
Move.
So
Move it.
I'm not going to do this whole thing right now because this video would be forever. But you're going to want to color your land green. Okay. And if you have cool crayons or cool colored pencils, you can even blend in other colors. I'm using our poster markers and I don't really have that many. I think I do have a dark green, so I could maybe move some dark green in
Stop.
like this. Make it look like land. Okay, so go ahead and start coloring in your land. Uh-oh, what did she just take? Will you go chase her?
Yes, I will. Oh,
Sounds like the ruler.
no, the roll's right there.
This is the problem with having a puppy. She takes everything that we're using. She took the tape. Sorry, you're getting Mrs. McGee's house real life right now. And then you have your water. So if you have different colors of blue, it's always fun to sort of mix them together. Again, I'm using the poster markers, so they're kind of boring. But I'm going to do some little waves in dark blue. And then start coloring my water in light blue. So this makes our heart look like the earth. Kind of fun, kind of different. It's not your typical red heart. And it reminds us that the earth is, you know, we've only got one of them, so we have to protect it and we have to care for it. Okay, so now comes the fun part. So now, like I said, if you want to use a ruler, you can. You might need help from mom and dad. If we were in the classroom, I would probably come around and get you started on how to draw those diagonal lines. The great thing about this, though, is you can kind of do any background you want. I liked the simplicity of lines, but then I thought that squiggles might be cool also. So squiggles is a squiggly line, a wavy line. That's all it is. But we want to make sure that we put as many brilliant, bright colors behind our earth. And so I'm going to start at this edge. And I'm just going to make a wave all the way across like that. Okay? And then underneath it, I'm going to make another wave. And I have to stop when I hit my heart. So that makes it looks like the wave is going right behind my heart. That's a little trick. Because you don't want to draw your line right on top of your heart. That wouldn't look very good.
She took the tape.
Did you get it back?
Yes, I did.
Raven.
Goofball. Oh, you guys are really heavy now.
So there you go. So this is another good time to pause this video and decide kind of what you want your background to look like. If you want straight lines or if you want squiggly lines, okay?
Or you can do both.
Or you can do both. You can mix it up. You could do lines going up and down. You can play around with it. That's why I thought it would be fun for you to do more than one of them. The last step is we're gonna color in,
No.
I'm gonna trap her in here. We're gonna color in the background. So my only request for you is I would like you to not use browns, blacks, and grays. Shelter in place can be really hard on all of us. We're staying at home, we're not getting a chance to,
Hey!
goodness gracious. Here, play with this. We're not getting a chance to see our friends and our teachers and our loved ones. And so in order to brighten people's day, you want to use bright colors, of course.
Look at her.
So Raven is trying to do this art project with us. I'm going to choose the brightest, boldest, fun
Do you want one
colors
of mine, Mom?
I can find. That's okay, sweetie. So I'm going to use colors like this.
Hey!
They
no.
don't all have to be hot colors like the sun. They can also be colors of the ocean, cool colors. But I definitely want bright colors, colors that are going to make people happy.
She's so used.
Here. Here. Out you go. So I'm going to start with one of my favorite, brightest, boldest, orange. And I'm going to pick any stripe I want to start with. And I'm going to color it completely in so that there's no white left. That's why I kind of like being able to use markers on this, because they color in with no white showing.
If you do it right.
If you take your time. So this is where, of course, I'm not going to do my whole picture today because the video would take forever. But there's an orange stripe. Yellow is always such a happy color. If you add yellow to your picture right away, it just seems cheery.
Really?
It's bright.
That's
I think in that movie about colors and emotions, yellow is joy. So see, yellow will bring joy to your life.
Inside Out?
Yeah, and inside out.
Oh yeah, she is. Hey, don't chew on that. No.
It's okay. And then, a good spicy hot pink is always great. So this is basically what you do, but you fill up your whole paper. So if you are going to take a picture of this to send to me, or you're going to post it on our Google Classroom, I'm going to ask that you double check that there's no white spots, okay? Because I want to see what your Earth Day picture looks like with no white spots. So I'm going to have Teddy show you his Earth. He's working on it right now. And I'll keep you posted on his artwork over Shelter in Place. But have a good time today doing your artwork. I can't wait to see it. It's nice, short, and simple. And like I said, they make really good presents for grandparents and neighbors. So my Earthlings, I love you and I miss you. And there's no place like home from Earth. Bye.
Bye.